Alright, I think you can see me for the most part. I know my fucking glasses glare, and I wish there was something I can do about it, but there isn't really. Alright, we can move this down just a smidge. There we go. Alright, what's up? We're doing a gaming stream. I haven't done a gaming stream since last year, I think. Like, I miss doing gaming streams. They were fun. They were entertaining, and, like, I enjoyed the camaraderie talking about games. And also, you have to understand, when I do a music stream, it is very taxing because I'm making stuff up on the spot. I'm playing a lot. Like, it can weigh on the mind, right? And gaming is kind of mindless most of the time, unless you're playing something competitive. So it's more fun to kind of just sit back and just play a game and chill and talk about your experiences with said game. So today we're going to play this again. Let me explain my fucking absolutely terrible ass experience with this game. I have streamed this game I think 4 or 5 different times since basically since I'm trying to think. I think I've streamed this 4 or 5 separate times trying to do a Nuzlocke on this game. This is just Leaf Green Fire Red, you know, typical Pokemon stuff. And I can never, like, it ends up like I'll get to a certain point, I'll lose focus, I'll stop paying attention. I'll either be talking to someone on stream or I'll just be talking about something I'm excited about and just lose focus and kill off all my Pokemon. And this time I really want to focus on, like, the farthest I've gotten was to the final boss. I got to Gary or Blue or whatever it is and died. Always happens. It's like that was the farthest I got. So this time we're just gonna go for it. I have like a Word document that I usually use to like keep track of the Pokemon that I collect. At some point I'm gonna try to get. I've been talking about this. I've never actually gotten a chance to do it. We're gonna get a banner of some kind to put right up across here, as you can see, to kind of see, because I want to do Nuzlocks in the future and stuff too. But I want to put a banner up that like shows who I have, and I can update it at will. But right now, the only banners that like I can find, I'd have to make a custom one, because the only ones that I can seem to find are ones that are like, how do I explain it? They're ones that just like do followers and like top donations and stuff, and I don't really want to put that up there right now. So, you know, I want to put up what's relevant to the game, basically. So, and we're gonna skip through all this crap because if I'm assuming that most people that actually want to watch me play through this know enough about Pokemon that I don't have to explain like fucking story elements and all that stuff. I usually call myself Pre because Preflight just barely does not fit. So, and I'm calling him my greatest rival in back when I used to stream Hearthstone. I found this guy, became friends with him, and like loved his name because I think it's just hilarious. And so that's his name. Alright. If you happen to hear any noise, I don't think you will, but if you happen to, it is the bar downstairs. They should be closed because it's like my time. It's like 12:40 at night. They're supposed to close at midnight. Of course they're not because they're a bunch of assholes sometimes. And so yeah, if you hear that, just know that's what it is. Unfortunately, I can't change the volume on that, but they should be finishing up pretty soon. Okay. Also, just so you know, the background music is actually the, let me think. The background music is, music from one of my favorite video games, last year called Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartending Simulator, and I love the music in this game, so it's going to be the background music. I have it on a playlist. And we're basically, I'm just going to stream until I either get so exhausted that I can't stay up any longer, or until we die. So we'll see what happens. Alright. So let me give you my strategy on who I usually pick for a starter. I usually will pick Charmander. And let me explain why. I almost always pick Charmander because early on in the game, you almost never run into a fire type, and fire types can be invaluable to deal with all the bug type Pokemon that you come across, and also just in general, it's a nice like type coverage type of thing. Grass Pokemon you can get anywhere, water Pokemon you can get anywhere, especially in this game. So yeah, Brock can be a challenge, but not as much of a challenge as it would be to have later on in the game, basically. Because the only other time you run across a fire type is, I think, just the Pokemon Mansion. It's pretty much the only time, and that's not till the 8th gym. So I'd rather have one now. So I usually always get Charmander, not because he's my favorite's Bulbasaur actually, but I always get Charmander. And let me throw him in my wonderful Word document. I always kind of have like my own system of how to check like who I have and who I don't have and stuff like that. What do I want to name them? Well, I think last time I streamed, I was naming them after Overwatch characters, so I'm going to do the same thing. Since I love Overwatch and I would love to stream Overwatch. Last time I tried to, though, it was really weird. It was very... The lag was incredible. And so I don't know if that's my internet or if that's... I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's my internet, but who knows? I don't know. But I don't know if that's something I can do in the foreseeable future. Alright, so we gotta get through this crap of the battle. And the sad thing is, I count this as a battle. So, like, if I lose, I count this as, like, a loss. And, like, I will, you know, we have to start the game over, essentially. I also like checking. I have to make sure I get my Pokemon Natures list up, because Natures are important. This is the first time Natures became a thing in Pokemon. I believe was, like, Gen 3. But they don't, like, tell you what they are. So we're about to find out what the Natures are. Serious Nature. A serious nature is nothing. Doesn't do anything. That's honestly, nothing sometimes is better than having a bad nature to start off. Because this is gonna, like, you keep Charmander forever. So, like, it's important to make sure that his nature's somewhat decent. So. Alright. They heal him, right? Yeah. Alright, now is the infamously difficult task of trying to get through Route 1 without encountering anyone. Because if I could, I'd like to try to catch someone. Because you never know who could be used as a decent backup. Okay. Those are like the easy parts. This is where it gets difficult to avoid, guys. Shit. Alright. Well, it's a Rattata. I'm going to put it in just so that I have it. Alright. Okay. Other thing I should mention is how I will... or how I'm going to be, like, defining what I catch and what constitutes an area that I can catch Pokemon in. Alright, so now I don't care. So I can catch Pokemon in city, anything, whenever. Okay, best way to see, up in the top left, say it switches to Route 1 and then switches to Viridian City. Anytime that pops up, that's a new area to me, which means that I can catch a Pokemon there. So Viridian City is an area. I can catch a Pokemon here, which means I can come back here later and fish. Just like in Pewter City, I can come back and get Aerodactyl. That counts as an area that you can catch Pokemon in. So for me, that counts as an area. And because I've tried to do a Nuzlocke so many times, I have all of the routes and areas written down. So like Viridian City, Viridian Forest, Mountain Moon, Diglett's Cave counts as an area, Rock Tunnel, Pokemon Tower, Celadon, the Power Plant, Seafun, all those things count as areas that you can catch Pokemon. Okay? So that's how I kind of define it in my head, of when you can catch Pokemon. Alright, no, we don't want to heal again. Alright. Route 22 is important. Almost every single time I seem to come here, I always catch a Mankey, who is really good against Brock. Mankey can be, like, super powerful for you, so I will always catch a guy there. I will also always face Gary here as well. I won't, like, because you can actually wait to face Gary. You don't have to face him right away. I will always make sure I get and face Gary this first time around, because he's way easier to defeat. The second time around, he's not quite as easy to defeat. Not to mention, I just don't have as much of a knowledge on, like, what his Pokemon are that late on as I do with what his guys are now. Grotesque Abomination. That's quite a name. How you doing, man? Thanks for popping in. Okay, so we're going to skip past all this jazz. We all know this stuff. It's pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. You've joined the stream just when I started doing the Nuzlocke, so we're basically streaming and going until I either die or I get too tired that I can't fucking go any further. So we'll see what happens. Alright. So we got past that, all that stuff. So the next thing I guess to do is we go get some Pokeballs. We go catch a Pokemon on Route 22, which is the one next to the Pokemon League. And we just level up until we can face Gary that first time. Or I guess technically be that second one. Speedrun? No, it's a Nuzlocke. I wish it was. I wish I was talented enough to like do speedruns and shit. I'm no good at speedruns. No, this is a Nuzlocke, which the rules for Nuzlocks are kind of all over. Like you can look up most of the time what they are, but they're pretty self-explanatory. Basically, what a Nuzlocke will do. Oh, I gotta get Pokeballs. What a Nuzlocke is every time you go to a new area, the first Pokemon you encounter, that's the only Pokemon you can catch in that area. That's the first rule. Second rule is once a Pokemon is dead, it is dead forever, and you can never, once it faints, it's done. You can never catch another one, or you can never revive it. And there's a third one that's kind of like you have to nickname your Pokemon. You don't have to, but like people always say that. But those are the rules, and it's always tougher in these older games to do those specific rules because of all the kind of shitty design of the earlier games. Okay, so this is Route 22. So first Pokemon we catch here is the one we have to go for. Oh, it's the... So I have a thing on that when I press spacebar, it increases the speed. How much does it increase it? 500%. And I do that because so it's quicker for everybody, so you don't have to sit through crap. So it's quicker for you to run through stuff. Because no one wants to sit through me doing dialogue and all that crap. So, okay, let's see what we get. Good. That's a good one. I talked about this earlier, but Mankey is really good for Brock because all of his guys are rock, obviously. So getting Mankey early on... Oh, I had 15? I didn't mean to grab 15. Getting Mankey really early on is awesome. I forget what I named Mankey. What's an Overwatch character that resembles Mankey? I'm trying to think. What did I name him last time? I think I named him Genji. But I don't remember. Is Genji good? Is that a good Overwatch character that resembles Mankey, though? I don't know. He kind of reminds me like a Junkrat. We're going to go Junkrat. I just like naming... Overwatch has been like... I've been playing so much Overwatch lately. You want me to name him Genji? I can name him Genji. Let's go Genji. We'll follow your heart, Mr. Abomination. And go Genji. Alright. It's even though it's a girl. It's a girl Mankey, but it's alright. That's right. I was doing it too by like whether or not they were women or not, but oh well. Who cares? Alright. Let's see what Lonely Nature. I don't think Lonely... Oh no. Yes! That's an awesome nature. That increases his attack and lowers his defense. That's so good for Mankey. I mean, it sucks that his defense is lowered, but having a raised attack is awesome. That's fantastic. Okay, sweet. Okay, so now we're just going to buff these guys up. He's more like Genji Junkrat. Yeah, he is that he can jump around. I just like... I feel like Mankey's personality would be more Junkrat-like. Okay. See, we could have gotten Rattata, so we were extremely lucky with getting Mr. Genji here. Or Mrs. Genji. It's a girl Genji. So we keep going until I feel like we're good enough to face Gary. He's going first a lot, so I'm just worried about crits. You got to be really careful early on about losing guys. Alright, he just ended up doing Lear, so I guess it really didn't matter. But early on, crits can destroy teams that you've built. Not only that, but like lowering people's defense with my already lowered defense, you kind of have to take those things into effect or into account. Ooh, that's actually bad because if he has Peck, he's just done. Again, stuff you gotta take into account. For he does have Peck, so that would have destroyed Genji. See, I'm just gonna call him that from now on. He's only level 3 though. He's good. He's got it. Sweet. The only shitty part I feel about Nuzlocke is this beginning run, because it's exciting because like you're more likely to lose guys in the beginning, but it's also more boring because you have to sit and kind of grind. Once you get past Misty, it's not so much grinding as it is just like getting new guys and stuff. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen. Alright. I am going to try to make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, sweet. Low kick, that's important. That low kick destroys Onyx. It just destroys him. The other thing, this is why I have the spacebar issue. This is why I have the speed up button. To go back and forth from the Pokemon Center to heal. God, I love this music so much. Okay. Turning it up. Oh, Jesus. If we lost... Oh my god, if we lost Charmander this early on, I don't think it's ever happened to me. We'd have to rely on Rattata and Pidgeys, like, for a super long time. That could be bad. Alright. I would say if we can get them both... Get Mankey to at least level 8. And get Torb. So the rules that I'm going by with this... anytime you see in the top left that you've changed areas, see a Viridian City, Route 22, that's a new area that you can catch Pokemon. But again, you can only catch one, and it's the first one you encounter. After that, you can't catch anymore in that area. Once Pokemon's dead, it's dead. I should make a box right now. I'm going to make a box. I usually make this box, and I usually do this, and I usually name it I usually name it Heaven. I don't know why, but that's how I usually do it. Where I can catch any Pokemon until I get my team set. I agree with the game with this. Okay. I would love to do that, but not with this game, because the problem with this game is that it's only the original 151, and it can get really boring if I did that. But that does sound cool. I gotta move this down or something, because I can see like in my thing that like I'm going like this and you guys can't see me. That sounds really cool. Pokemon centers are okay to heal, but you can't revive. Like you can't, if a Pokemon faints, it's dead. It's gone. I did not get my first team till after the first gym. Yeah. And I mean, that would be the same case for this too. I probably wouldn't get anywhere close till after. I wouldn't have a final team with this till like Rock Tunnel maybe. There's also wedlocks, which are actually kind of interesting. Wedlocks are where you have to get a boy and girl Pokemon, and like that's a little more bizarre to me. I'd have to look into wedlocks a little bit more. We're gonna switch out so that I can get him some levels quick. Wedlocks are basically like okay, so whatever your starter is, say it's a boy, you have to catch the first girl Pokemon, and then you have to catch the next boy Pokemon, next girl boy, things like that, in a new area. So that's how that works. This one though is just whoever. I'm making it hard on myself basically. Whoever the very first Pokemon that pops up, that's the only one you're allowed to catch at that given, like on that specific thing. And if you don't, then you kill it. That's it. It's over, basically. I've played this game so many times. I want to get it like. I want to make it difficult for myself, basically. Right. Okay, you get it. But I just, especially with these older games like this one, you know, it can get pretty boring just playing through it normally, especially since I grew up with the 151, so I know them like the back of my hand, and it gets really, really boring. I mean, I've played through every game. I've played through the original 3 with every Pokemon pretty much, and beaten the Elite Four. Like, it gets so boring. So I'd rather it have some level of limitation, basically, to discourage myself from just running through the game again. The fourth gym. Well, the fourth gym in this, because this is you might be playing a different game, because in this one it's Erica, who's grass. I'm assuming you're talking about a different game, anyways. All right, man. Take your time. Do what you need to do. I pretty much have all night. Dude, I gotta like sit up because I'm clearly like having issues here. You can't see me at all. I know I'm in like a weird room, but like a dimly lit room. I could turn on other lights, but it might have bad like it might bounce off the wall weird. I don't want to do that. Okay. If we get them both to level 10, I'd be happy with that. Or at least get Torbjorn to level 10. I'll be happy with it. I'm gonna the game that this music is coming from. I will play this on stream at some point. I absolutely love this game. One thing I want to do quickly that I'm noticing is kind of annoying me, and only me. Oh my god, dude. There we go. Of course, that's the only thing that would annoy me is that shit. Alright, sorry about that. I get very specific about that stuff. Alright. Alright, let's go heal quick. And then this will be the last time I go to the Pokemon Center. And then I'm just going to go ahead and face him. See what happens. Sparrow. We should be fine. I mean, at this point, we shouldn't be losing battles. Really, no way we would be. I think, okay, so once I'm done with this game, once I've completed it, I would like to do another Nuzlocke of something like maybe Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because I own both those games, and I've never actually I've played through the originals, but not the remakes completely. So maybe I'll do another Nuzlocke on that one, or maybe on Pearl, because I have Pearl and Diamond, and I've played through them both, but I don't have knowledge of like which Pokemon are in what areas like I do with this game. Like with the first and second gen games, I pretty much have knowledge about every single zone, like which Pokemon are in every single zone. With the other games, it's not as cut and dry, essentially. Okay. How much experience has he got left? Oh, he literally just... Okay. Alright, so what I like to do here is I believe he usually starts with... I'm going to go heal quick, and then... He usually doesn't start with his Squirtle or whoever his start is. He'll start with like a Sparrow or something like that, and then he'll bring on the Squirtle. So I'm going to have... what's his face? Tor be up front to take care of the Sparrow. And this really shouldn't be a problem. Or it's Pidgey in this case. Wow, I happened to burn it too? That sucks. Couldn't even get a hit out. Alright, now we're going to switch and have Mr. Genji take care of the rest. I should be able to just scratch him to death here. Ooh. We're good, we're good. We got it. Sweet. That simple. Boom. One thing I didn't do is I don't think I wrote Mankey in. Nope. Make sure we do that. Mankey was caught. Sweet. Alright. Moving on. Now, this is still Route 22, so I actually can't catch anyone new yet. The next one is Route 2. That's when I can catch someone new. So we're going to wait till Route 2. And then I actually have something I usually do for Route 2 that I'll explain when we get there. Just want to get through all this. What do I have in my bag? We're good with Pokeballs. We're good with all that. I'm going to grab a couple antidotes because we're going in the forest. Why do I have, like, no money? Probably because I bought too many Pokeballs. That's what happens. Now, there's a bunch of antidotes actually in the Viridian Forest, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to those. Just going to get a couple. The other thing, too, about early on is you don't have as much money to play around with, so, like, you know, it can get difficult. Oh, another thing I think that some people use for a Nuzlocke rule is you have to defeat all the trainers, every single trainer in the game you have to beat at some point. I think that's another rule, but don't quote me on that. I believe it is. So you get through this crap. Yeah. I should boost the spacebar up to the speed boost to like 1,000%. It's at 500% right now. Alright. Now, Route 2. Let me talk about Route 2 real quick. I don't catch Pokemon on Route 2. Here's the reason why. The only ones that are there are like Pidgey, Caterpie, and like Weedle, right? You can catch all those guys in Viridian Forest if you really wanted them. In Route 2, over here, there's a house. I think it's up here. It's where this path is up here. There's a dude that if you catch an Abra, he will trade it for a Mr. Mime. That counts towards Route 2 because that's where the Mr. Mime is located. If I can catch an Abra in by the bridge in Cerulean City, I can trade that for a Mr. Mime. And Mr. Mime would be awesome because I can't trade using an emulator. So he actually becomes, because there's no Alakazam, he actually becomes one of the best psychic types in the game. So it would be really cool to get him. So I'm going to leave Route 2 alone and not catch anyone there. Another thing with Viridian Forest. Butterfree and Beedrill don't typically stick around very long in Nuzlocke. They might get you to like the 5th or 6th gym, but by then they're too weak. They can't get any farther. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to catch a Pikachu, because Raichus can stick around long. They're very good electric type Pokemon. So I'm going to try to get a Pikachu, and we're going to see what happens. I'll probably end up getting something like a Kakuna, and I probably won't use it. One of my things with Nuzlocke, let's see what we get here. Oh, shit. Here's something I didn't expect. Alright, be very careful. Holy shit. This does not happen almost. I don't think I've ever gotten Pikachu. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Alright. What do we name Pikachu? Who's a good Overwatch character for Pikachu? Let's look it up. Let's look up all the heroes and just take a look at them. Who is a good hero that personifies Pikachu? And it's a male. Keep that in mind. I don't know why I'm looking this up, but there isn't really any like electric-y type heroes in Overwatch, which is kind of interesting. Winston. Winston uses a Tesla ray, or Tesla gun. Tesla cannon. That's what it's called. Winston, Lucio. Can Winston or Lucio? Yeah, I'd say it's Winston or Lucio. What do we think? Winston or Lucio? You could say Symmetra too, but it's a guy. I'm gonna try to stick to the. I know I didn't with the Mankey, but Winston or Lucio, I'd say. Because Lucio is more about sound, right? And sound needs electricity and all that crap. I know his things aren't really amplified by that. Unfortunately, Exploud is not in this game, so I can't use him. I'd use him as a Lucio. I think Winston has to be the guy. Winston is like, at least he has fur, and it's kind of like a Pikachu, because it's an animal. Lucio's just a dude from Rio de Janeiro, so I think it has to be Winston. Not fucking what? Alright. All right, Winston. That's awesome. I never get that. That's luck. Adamant, and adamant is something, I believe. It increases attack and it decreases special attack. That's pretty bad. Interesting. So that means we're gonna have to really focus on his speed as being his like most. So we're gonna have to use his static ability to our advantage and use a lot of physical attacks and not so many special attacks like Thunder and Thunderbolt and stuff like that. We're gonna focus on like Wild Charge. I believe Wild Charge is in this game. But Wild Charge is a decent attack. Things like Body Slam, maybe things that aren't necessarily stab moves either. Interesting. But actually, that could be good. That could be good if we could focus more on stab-like attacks. Or if we could focus more on physical attacks that are non-stab. But I think the only electric physical attack in this game is Wild Charge. I think. Don't quote me on that. Alright, so we're going to put Pikachu up front. Get him some reps. Boo-doo, boom, boom. I love this song. Also, just so you guys know, I'll be mentioning this every once in a while throughout the stream. In the mornings, or, you know, whenever, I am mostly known now as like a music streamer. It's kind of what my go-to. It's my bread and butter. And in the mornings, I will usually do a music stream. Unfortunately, this morning I didn't, and tomorrow morning I can't either. But Wednesday, I'll probably start doing them again. I'm going to try to do 2 streams a day. I'm going to try to. We're going to see how well it ends up happening. But I will be more so focused on the music streams as a primary stream, and these types of streams as a secondary thing. But I haven't done one of these streams in so long, and I really wanted to, so that's why I'm doing it right now. However, like I said, I'm mostly music stream, but I'm going to try to do 2 a day, and we're going to see what happens. I'm really going to try to see if we can build up like 2 different types of audiences here. One that focuses, one that like wants to see games, and ones that wants to see me play music. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm enjoying. I love doing Nuzlocke. They're like one of my favorite things. If I can figure out a decent way to stream Overwatch, I totally will. I love streaming. I love Overwatch. I'm gonna try to get Mr. Winston some levels here. So. But yeah, for the most part, I stream music typically. Although I streamed last year pretty like on and off, and I didn't stream almost any music. I streamed mostly games. So I have a love of both, unfortunately, and it's kind of tough to choose sometimes between the two. But I think at the end of the day, I'll be trying to do both. We'll see, especially over the summer now, because I work part-time for a school, actually, and they're about to let out. So I'm not going to have much to do over the summer. So why not stream? Okay. So we definitely want to get Winston some more levels. I gotta refresh the stream real quick, guys. Alright, sweet. Gotta do that every once in a while, because sometimes the counters and like I fall so far behind that I can't like, it loses me a bit. Metapod, that's awesome experience. Especially since Metapod only knows Harden at this stage. And I'm doing just special attacks. That's great. We can run into more of him. That's fantastic. And just like that, Winston here is about to become level 6. I mean, thank God for this speed up bar, because if I didn't have this, it would take fucking forever. Okay, so it's gonna take how many? It takes 10 steps. It's gonna take more than 10 steps to get back. I'm assuming, right? Yeah, it's gonna take more than 10 steps. So I have to use an antidote. See, if I didn't have an antidote available, he would just be dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. because that counts for me. Some people, they don't count it, but for me that counts as like he fainted, so you can't use him anymore. I should be the responsible one and have an antidote available so that if that does happen, I can be on it. But that will happen occasionally. I think that did happen to me once. I didn't have any antidotes, and I was trying to get back to a Pokemon Center, and he died, and that was it. I can't use him anymore. Like, I just wasted that. If we can get him to level... Yeah, I mean, level 6 is fine. He'll have plenty of experience there. Yeah. Learn... Oh, boy. Tail Whip. There's a good one for you. I should be able to just take this out without a problem. And there's actually another antidote just north here that I can snag. So if 2 people happen to get killed by poison, I got another chance up ahead. Alright, cool. I want to just keep going. I don't want to have to keep walking back here. So I'm just going to use the antidote and keep going. The other antidote is up here. And we got another fight. Alright. Looking good so far. Did he go first that time? I'm going to switch out just to give him a bit of a breather here, I guess. Oh, of course he gets poisoned. Shit. Okay, switch back. Alright, so I believe... Oh, crap. Here. Okay, so here's the problem. Now I'm in a bit of a predicament because... Does Kakuna know Poison Sting this early on? If he does, that's going to be a problem. Let's just use Ember and get out. Yeah. I'm a little worried that he knows Poison Sting. And if he did and happened to poison Winston, we would have been really, really screwed. Because we would have just lost somebody. Are you going to turn around? You are. Okay. Then I feel much... You have to be really safe early on. So I'm going to feel a lot better about going back. Getting more antidotes and then healing up. Jeez, the only problem with going too fast is the fucking... You're going to miss entrances and shit. By the way, this emulator is called Visual Boy Advance. You use it to emulate... I only have... Are you kidding me? I don't have much money at all. Oh, I gotta buy it. I mean... I don't know how I have like so little money. They give you so little money to start out in this game. Visual Boy Advance you use for Game Boy Advance games. It's a great emulator. I use it for this. Actually, one of the first things I streamed other than Hearthstone, because I streamed a ton of Hearthstone back in the day, was Fire Emblem. I would stream Fire Emblem, which is a fun game. That's a game from the past, and that was on the Game Boy. I still have it. And so yeah, that's one of the things. But pretty much any Game Boy Advance game you can use. There's also like a DS emulator and all that stuff, which I can get to eventually once we're into that era. Alright, we're going to try to just get out of here as quickly as we can so we can get to basically the next checkpoint. See, this is why I need to buy all these fucking antidotes. Oh, Christ. This is so worrisome to me. I'm just like, please, like, I've gotten poisoned so much. It's ridiculous. And I don't have the fucking money to, like, shell out for more antidotes this early on. Once you beat your first gym leader, I mean, it's not a problem, but, like, it becomes such a problem. What is it? Metapod? Yeah, we're fine. He's fine. Beautiful. Freaking beautiful. Alright. So he's what, level 9? We could probably get through another couple here. Is this an antidote? No, it's a fucking potion. There's a secret potion right here. Alright. Let's see if we could just quickly get to the level we need to get to, and then... There's a secret potion right there. I don't know why I still remember that as a kid. That was there in the original games, too. That was also condensed. Instead of having, like, 5 areas, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it was just 2, and it was right in front of this guy. That's how I remember it. Alright. Just get him to level 10, and then I can switch off him. I just really don't want to waste another... I don't want to waste any potions. You gotta be really conservative early on, man. Cool. So everyone's level 10. Oops. So switch him over. We're gonna have Torb finish us off here. Bam. And just like that, we're out of Radiant Forest. Ah. Done with that. Alright. Now, this is also Route 2, so you don't want to battle anyone in Route... If you're doing the Mr. Mime thing like I'm trying to do, you don't want to battle anyone in Route 2. Right? So... There's people outside my window if you hear that. Alright, cool. So, next step. We have to eventually face Brock, right? So the next kind of goal for us that we want to accomplish, we want to get Torb till he learns Metal Claw, which I believe is either level 12 or 13. We want to get Genji to learn Karate Chop, which I believe is also 12 or 13. And we don't want to have... I mean, we can level up Winston, but we want to be real careful about leveling up Winston, because he's not going to do anything in this fight at all. However, the next fight, he's going to be fantastic. This is the other thing, too. Like, I've never had anyone strong enough to... Because Misty can be really tough, even if you train for it, because Starmie is ridiculously powerful, especially in this game. And Misty can be a real pain in the butt. But if you have... what's his face? If you have somebody that is strong against him, it could be good. And usually around this time... You know, you can go through Mount Moon, you can get, like, Paris, potentially, like, if you're lucky. And Paris is fine, but, like... Whoa, Pikachu up here? Pikachu's never usually up here. It's not usually that easy to get anyone that's powerful against him, because in Mount Moon, you're more often than not going to fight a Zubat or a Geodude, or, well, that's pretty much it. And they're all weak, it's in some capacity, to Starmie. And in the other things, like, you can get potentially like Bellsprout, who could be good, but she also has a psychic attack. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Psybeam or something, or maybe it's just Psywave that they have. Okay, I believe I can get back in 20 steps, so I'm not gonna use the thing. Anyways, I believe he has some sort of psychic ability. I think it's Confusion. It might be Confusion. Which can be deadly to Victory Bell. Not to mention, Water Pulse is just super powerful, like, in this early stage, and it could be tough. So to have somebody that's, like, has no weaknesses to Misty and is also super effective against Misty is awesome. Again, thinking that Mankey is weak to her, Torbjorn's going to be weak to her. You know, you got to keep all that in mind. Oh, come on, dude. Just... Really? Okay, so maybe he learns Metal Claw at 13. I don't really remember. But basically, the next step... Oh, I almost went right in there. The next step is to grind out, basically. This is always the most boring part of the Nuzlocke, in my opinion. Is this part right here. Is grinding out to face Brock. Because I tend to pick Charmander, who can't easily defeat Brock. And because of that, I have to kind of grind out levels. So this is usually the worst part of the Nuzlocke. I feel bad because this is so early on, and, like, it's just the most boring part. There's nothing else I can do about it, really. But I have to be able to beat Brock and save most of my guys. Like, especially since one of my Pokemon literally can't do any damage to him. To anyone in the entire gym, in fact. Unless Pikachu learns something. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just use Ember. Pikachu would have to learn, like, there you go, so Metal Claw. Bam. Okay, so now that he knows Metal Claw, we're going to switch to Genji. And we need him to learn Karate Chop, because Karate Chop is fantastic. We can get by with low kick, but I'd rather take the safe route. Either Karate Chop or whenever he hits level 13 also. And I'll be pretty cool with that. And I think he learned. I actually think he might learn Karate Chop after level 13, but I don't know. These games, I'm so used to kind of like movesets in newer games that I don't remember what they were like in the older games, like when they learned certain things. But I guess as a general idea of like what type of team I'm trying to get, the most important thing I think in a Nuzlocke is to get the most well-rounded team you can. Getting all the same type or getting similar typings or like the same duo typings, like if you get a bunch of grass poison types, I think is the worst thing you can do. I think that's just in general for Pokemon, but like especially in a Nuzlocke. So getting a bunch of Pidgeys and Rattatas early on, which happens, are good for backups, but they're not good to like keep around on a team. The team I have right now with Genji and Torbjorn and all these guys is so far decently well-rounded, right? We have a fire type, which is going to turn into a fire flying type, which adds another dimension to it. We have an electric type. There's Karate Chop. Okay, cool. We have an electric type, which is pretty cool. And we have a fighting type. So what I'm thinking in my head is like, okay, so we have these types. Some other like more diverse types we might want to explore are like ghost and psychic types. We're gonna eventually want to get a water type. We don't really want to worry about it too much right now. Usually what I'll do is I will try to shoot for whatever evolution we like don't. I'll shoot whatever the like. I'll usually get an evolution, and then I'll pick the one that is like most diverse from what we already have. So normally I get Jolteon because electric types are kind of hard to come by unless you're in the power plant. But we happen to get one early, so who knows? To be honest, because we got him so early. I mean, it's crazy. Just checking something. Okay. So what I'll probably, and because we have a fire type already, I might get Vaporeon. However, I might go with Lapras because you can get Lapras for free in the Sylph Tower. Which, because the Sylph Tower is not really a separate thing where you can catch Pokemon, I kind of just lump that in with Saffron. I believe I do. I don't. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I lump that in with Saffron. Really. Because it is still a building like in the city. I don't know. I kind of lump that in with Saffron, I think. Well, you know, that's actually kind of tough to judge because Quick Attack is nice. I still feel like we're low leveled. I don't know. The problem is it's just such a annoying grind. Oh shit, that could have been bad. It's such a really boring and annoying grind. I also like to have some risk. Obviously, you can be like super conservative and battle till all your guys are level 20, and then you'll be fine. But that's so boring. Like, I don't want to have to go through that. And it's not like anyone knows like Roar or, you know, Whirlwind or anything in these gyms, so it's not like I'm at risk of losing like anyone really. I can pretty much control the tide of the battle. We'll at least be able to beat this kid pretty easily, actually. Karate Chop dead. Oh wow, he actually hung on. Low kick dead. And then he has Sandshrew typically. We'll use Karate Chop for stab, and we should pretty much just kill him. Okay, cool. Yeah. And we get him to level 12, like, way quicker than we would have gotten him had we fucking sat there and grinded. Alright, cool. Anyways, more about, like, what typings we should consider. We definitely want to go after, like, some sort of psychic ghost sort of type. Because those are one of the most powerful things, especially in this game, because there's no dark type. We want to get either one of the three steel, rock, or ice, and since there isn't really any steel types in this game other than Magneton and Magnemite, and I believe they actually still call it steel in this, we want to get a rock or ice type because those are pretty powerful. Nice. And there. First gym. Done. Taken care of. It's Rock Tomb, right? Yeah, I know. There's... No one is going to use Rock Tomb. Not a soul. Okay. Cool. So now we're going to want to get Winston level 13 so everyone's pretty even. Winston's also nice because of all the flying types you encounter with, like, everyone has a Pidgey and a Sparrow usually around this time. Like, oh. Okay, now with the running shoes we can do this shit. Ready for this? Now you can't tell where the fuck I am. It's ridiculous. Okay. So, first things first. We battle through these trainers. Pidgey, boom, dead. That should be one hit. Come on. I know that he has a lower special attack, but that should be one hit still. Oh my god, now we're going to go through this battle. Okay. Now this guy's got a bunch of bug types, so I'm going to have Torb just kind of get rid of them. I'm going to kind of get through this so that we can get to the next Pokemon Center quickly. At least as quickly as we can. Dun. Sweet. Torb's level 14 already. That's fantastic. And what's also nice about this is we have a fighting type to deal with all the people who have Rattatas and like normal types early on, and then we have an electric type to deal with all the flying types that people have early on typically. Whoa. He did a lot of damage there. Ekans could potentially be... That's one thing that we don't have anything really for right now, but it's not really anything to worry about. Cool. Yeah, I believe they acknowledge Magnemite and Magneton as steel types in this, so... Keeping that in mind, we have to try to get one of the, like, Rock, Ice, Steel guys, I think. Definitely. So I would say water and grass are kind of like two immediate needs that we need to fill out, and then I'd say like a psychic type. But that would be 6 right there, so it means we wouldn't get one of the things. However, if we got like water, ice, like Lapras, like I was talking about, that would fulfill 2 needs. If we got, let me think. If we got like a Ghost, if we got like a Gengar or like a Ghastly. And if we didn't get Mr. Mime, that would be a good replacement. The only problem is we won't get Gengar because you can't trade in this. That kind of sucks. The no trading is a real bitch in this. So we have to consider that because, like, Machamp won't be in this. Alakazam won't be in this. Who else? Gengar won't be in this, right? So anyone that needs to be traded, we can't do. So we have to keep that in mind. That's why trading Abra is the right thing to do, I think, because even though Kadabra is still pretty good on his own, he's not quite as good as he would be with Alakazam, and Gengar would be good. However, getting someone like Jinx, that would be awesome. However, I don't actually remember where you can catch Jinx. Let me look that up. How to catch in Pokemon Fire Red. Oh, you have to trade. Trade a Poliwhirl for him. Is that the only one? Oh, this is a YouTube video. Shit. Where can you... I don't want Jinx and Pinsir. I just want Jinx. You can get Jinx... Okay, so you can only get Jinx in Cerulean City by trading him for a Poliwhirl. So I have to get a Poliwag, which is actually not that difficult to do. So if I can get a Jinx, that would be awesome. Jinx is extremely powerful, I think. Especially in these early games. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Just checking some stuff. Stuff has got to get checked out. So if we got Jinx, and then we got like a water... Actually, he's just poison, so we can still do that. What's a good combination in this game? Water something. Because Because we can get a nice Psychic if we happen to get Jinx, but we can also get like a Water something else. We get Water Fighting with Poliwrath, but we already have a Fighting type. I think Water Fighting, Water Ice, and Water Psychic are like the only ones in this, because there's no Water Flying in this. I think that's pretty much it. I already faced this guy, right? Yeah. Also, as you can tell, this is Route 3 now, so we can catch Pokemon here. So we want to keep that in mind as we're going through this. Okay. This should get him to 14, which is a good thing. Because that means we can throw Mankey out, and we're going to be facing a Clefairy next here. Oh, getting a normal type. We want to get a normal type. Normal types are really strong, I think, in this game. Because they're big and bulky, and they take a while to get down. I think in one of my runs I got Clefairy, which is awesome. You can get Clefairy or Jigglypuff. Especially Jigglypuff, because, you know, Sing. Ugh. I think I did get a Jigglypuff in this particular zone, too. Because Wigglytuff can... Oh, man, that can really wreck. That's right. Okay, so this is Route 4, which Route 4 also extends into the other part of Cerulean. So we don't have to worry about that. However, I do want to catch some guys here in Route 3. Oh, we can get Flying and Rock with Aerodactyl as well. Keep that in mind. Alright, so this is Route 3. So this is where we're going to catch our next guy. Yeah, let's keep Genji out there. Well, no. You know what? No. Let's put in Winston just so that he can use Thunder Wave. Just in case I'm worried that we knock out whoever it is. Sparrow. Sparrow's kind of whatever. I mean, he's not going to be a part of the main group. But if we happen to get... like, let's say we don't get any of, like, the legendary birds, which you typically don't get any of the legendary birds early on. But if there's no flying types that are, like, interesting, we can use him as an HM slave for fly. Dude, really? Like, thank you. Yeah. What do we want to nickname him? Who's a minor character in Overwatch? I have to have this sheet up. I don't know why I keep like exiting out of this. I should have all these sheets up and just look at all the because like he's just gonna be a minor character. Like we're not gonna use Sparrow. You can literally catch a Pharaoh like in the 40s, just outside of the Indigo Plateau. Like I'm not gonna catch a Sparrow and waste the XP that I could be using on other things. Another thing that you have to understand too is like early on in these things, XP division is very important. So you don't want to fill up your team too quick and then have everyone really low leveled but spread out nicely, or have like a couple of good guys and have them really high leveled. You know, that kind of thing. I don't know how else I could explain it. We're gonna call him Liao. Who I think at some point is going to be a hero in Overwatch, but he's not one yet. So he is a minor character. Alright. Smash that. We're going to put Liao here. In box 1. Have him sit there. And if we need him, we need him. Alright. I think we can probably just go straight through Mount Moon and not have much of a problem. So Sparrow caught. Just updating my Nuzlocke list. Cool. Alright. Gonna have Genji up front. How close is actually, you know what? Let's just get into 14. I don't know. I get a little OCD sometimes about numbering and numbers and stuff, so I just get him to 14 so everyone's 14. So it'll take like 2 guys. It won't take very long. I just like to have everyone nice and even. So let's just quickly get that done and over with. Alright, sweet. Alright, it's over. We'll probably want to start with... Who do we want to lead off with? Probably Torb, so that he can become Charmeleon quicker. If it's not a rock type, I'll switch to Winston so I can use Thunder Wave. That's probably what the deal is right now, right? So, let's see what we got. Zubat. Okay. Now you might think that that's bad. It's really not, though, because Zubat could be... Golbat can be a very, very, very annoying character. Especially, yeah, Astonish right there. That can be super fucking annoying. So I'm actually going to keep Zubat. I'm going to catch and keep Zubat for a little while. So who's like the most annoying character in fucking Overwatch? I mean, I don't know if I want to call her Tracer. I feel like that's a little mean. Plus, we don't even know if he's going to be a part of the main cast here. Holy shit. Alright, I don't know. Call him Athena. I don't know why. I love this song. It's a really cool song. Call him Widowmaker. Why not? Widowmaker's annoying. Who else are we going to call Widowmaker? I mean, there's no spider types in this game. Or like spider-ish type guys in this game. Oh, look at that. It's just beautiful fit. Fucking fantastic. Alright, let's quickly get back. Yeah, but most people would say that that's bad that I got Zubat. Although Zubat is annoying. Trust me. He very much is. And he pops up a lot. If we lose like a key contributor like early on, I would fill him in. Because teaching him something like Toxic and then having him go to town could really... It could be quite the annoyance. And to be honest with you, Golbat is pretty bulky. Not all the time, but he could be pretty bulky. You know, if we happen to lose, like, I don't know, if we lose Mankey early, it might be a good substitute for Mankey. Now, I will say this. If we had gotten, like, Caterpie and Pidgey and, like, no one that was good enough, like, early on, I would be using Zubat right now. But we happen to get Pikachu. I mean, Jesus Christ. Talk about a lucky draw there. We happen to get Pikachu, and then we happen to get Mankey. I mean, both are really decent, you know, decent choices early on. So, but if we hadn't gotten those two, I would probably be using Zubat, to be honest. One of the other things they talk about with Nuzlocke is you're supposed to kill everything that you see. You're not supposed to leave anything alive, basically. I don't really care that much about doing that. Some people do. I more so care about just getting shit done. You know, having to go through and kill all these guys can be a real nuisance, and I don't care that much about it. Okay, so there's a rocket there, but I'm gonna snag this first. It's a star piece, which I'm glad they threw more of these things like star pieces and nuggets in the game because it gives you more money to use. Because I remember in the original games, you can run out of money early on, like quickly. I think this is okay. I didn't think it was like not very effective. I'm pretty sure it was just like neutral. Yeah, sure, Rattata. I gotta refresh the stream. It's behind quite a bit. Zubat's fine. Now, Zubat is an example of a character that's really, really good against Mankey. Like, very good. Oh my god, whoa, what happened? Why is he, like, almost dead? Oh, sure. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Are you kidding? That just happened. Okay. I have to tell you, I don't... Yeah, thanks. Rubbing it in my fucking face. He's evolving. Yes, I'm stopping the evolution, actually. I can't believe that fucking happened. I don't know if anyone's ever pulled off like a decently successful Nuzlocke without their starter. Well, that's what we're gonna do. You're going in heaven. Goodbye, Torbjorn. Which means that when we do eventually get Eevee, it's probably a good idea to get him and make him a Flareon. Again, for the well-roundedness. Oh my god, I can't believe that fucking happened. That's so bad, dude. Alright, bring out Widowmaker. Let's see Widowmaker's nature. Rash. Raised special attack and lowered special defense. That doesn't really do anything for us. I'd actually rather it be the other way around, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really do too much. I know that Leech Life and Astonish. Leech Life, I think, is a physical attack. Astonish is a... I don't know. Is Astonish a physical attack or a special attack? I don't really know in this game. I'm not sure. But we're going to have to use them. I can't fucking believe we lost. Oh my god. I can't believe it, right? And especially when he was about to level up, too. That just sucks. Alright, we're going to be doing a lot of this so that Widowmaker can get some levels. Because he doesn't become Golbat till... What level does he become Golbat? I don't know why I switched to him. It's the worst fucking switch. I think he becomes Golbat at either 28... In the 20s somewhere. 28, 22 maybe? Alright, just run. You're fine. Well, we don't have to use Sparrow as a fly, or an HM slate for fly. But here's the thing about him. He knows a bug and ghost type attack, which are... those are actually kind of nice to have. I don't know. I'm not gonna risk it. I have to be like very careful now that just happened. So we need to make sure we're all good here. All right? I don't want to like screw around and fuck anything else up. I like to keep rare candies around. I don't like to like waste them or use them right away. Oh my god, that does fucking nothing. But yeah, I like to keep rare candies around for quite a while so that like if there is somebody that needs to get leveled up, I can just use them on that. Like if I need to level someone up in an emergency, you could say that this is an emergency, but I don't know. Oh, this is actually going to be nice because I could just use Astonish. I think Astonish is actually a special attack because it seems to be doing the same amount of damage. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm pretty sure Leech Life is a physical attack, but I don't know. Oh shit, I'm out of HM. Okay, no switch. Okay, I actually have to go back out and switch because Astonish... Leech Life is really bad. So, I kind of need Astonish as an ability. I'm pretty sure he can't learn Bullet Seed. No, I didn't think he could. Alright, let's just try to get back as quickly as we can here. I really want to just... Ugh. I can't believe that fucking happened. Well, we now have another empty slot. Poison and Flying is something that we didn't previously have, so that's nice. And here's the other thing too. I should mention this. In a Nuzlocke, I'm saying this, but you have to understand this is other than the fact that Charizard's one of the best in the game. I try very hard that if I have a dual type, not to get anything that's not to have a Pokemon that's quad weak. So, for example, Parasect is Bug and Grass, meaning it's quad weak to fire. I would avoid trying to use quad weak Pokemon. And I know that Charizard is Fire Flying, which means he's quad weak to Rock. That's an exception because Charizard is so good on its own, and Rock types are not very prevalent in like the Elite Four, really, other than Golem, or Golem, Onyx. So if you can avoid that, it's not as much of an issue. You know what I mean? I can't believe that did that much. Oh my god. See, if we had Torb, this would be easy. But because we don't have them, we have no one for grass types now. Which I guess isn't much of a problem until we get to, what's-her-face? Erica, but I didn't even see who it was, just said fuck it. But anyways, yeah, I would avoid getting anyone that's quad weak to anything. And luckily, we don't have anyone right now that's quad weak to anything. Everyone is just singularly weak to something. So, like, I would avoid... like, Parasect, like I said, I would avoid Parasect. Not that you're going to get any of the legendary birds, but I would avoid getting, like, Articuno or Moltres because they're quad weak to rock. I'm giving that to him immediately. Having him learn all those. Just run. Dark type attacks are super powerful in this because there are no dark type Pokemon. So having something like Thief is so good. In fact, I think Thief is one of the only dark type attacks in the game. That Bite is a dark type, which he can also learn. That's also why he's just so good, like, to have around. Oh, son of a bitch. Is he can learn a variety of attacks. And I know that, like, not all of them are, like, the best, but he can learn them at something. Please tell me I can switch out, dude. I can't fucking handle... my god. You know, yeah. Take that for fucking trying to wrap me up. And I don't know. I feel like I can utilize Golbat better than, like, because you have to be a little cheeky. You have to be a little clever when it comes to utilizing these guys in a Nuzlocke than you would normally. You know, you have to be careful. You have to kind of be sneaky and a little... yeah, you got to be sneaky about what you're doing and shady, almost. You have to be smart. You can't just brute force things. So I feel like you have to treat it like you're playing a competitive game where you cannot lose any Pokemon or you could be screwed. It's the same thing. You can't lose any Pokemon or you're going to be screwed. And that's very true a lot of the times in these types of Nuzlocks. Let's do that. I won't heal Mankey just yet. See, like, okay, so Rock is not going to be good at all. I have, like, nothing against Rock. I don't have any water types or anything against Rock and Ground. Ground especially. I have nothing to compete with Ground right now. Not like I did when I had Torb, but still. I have nothing to defeat Ground. So I need to get a Grass type or I need to get a Water type, like, fairly quickly. Just because you're going to run into those a lot when you get into things like Rock Tunnel, the Victory Road eventually. You know, you have to kind of be aware of those things. Also, another thing you have to do, I'm pretty sure, I'm saying this because, yep, you have to throw out all revives, or sell them. You have to sell all revives. Throw out or sell them. You got to get rid of them. You can't have them. If you have a revive, you're like... you're banned. Oh, switch out. We have to even be careful with him because he's pretty low on it. Yeah, I'd rather heal him up. I know I could probably one-shot him, but again, you gotta be real fucking careful, man. I can't believe we fucking lost Torbjorn. That sucks. Alright. We're actually running out of potions, too. We gotta, like, hurry up and get through this thing. Oh, like I would avoid the fossil Pokemon. Other than Aerodactyl, I would avoid the fossil Pokemon because they're water and grass. Or water and rock, which means that they're quad weak to grass. Very deadly. Especially if anything's like quad weak to multiple things. That's horrible. That's really not great. In fact, grass poison is one of like the worst fucking combinations of things because they're weak to so much. Grass... Oh, I didn't mean to do low kick. Oh, no. Fucking shit. I meant to do fucking karate chop. Are you kidding me? Wow. This has gone from bad to worse, dude. This may be hard to believe. I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not doing this for effect. I'm literally... This is what happens with me in Nuzlocke, is I will just lose focus, and fucking this shit will happen all the time. It happens all the time. Alright. So we lost Genji. That's bad. That's bad for multiple reasons. At least we didn't lose him before Brock. That's a good thing. We've been trying to get Widow up some levels, so we could still salvage this. I definitely think we could. Again, we just have to get a little sneaky about some things. That's basically the gist of it. We have to get a little sneaky about some things. You know, we're gonna have to learn some. I'll explain why I'm doing this. I just need you to... I don't want to waste this potion in case he does... or this antidote in case he does poison gas again. And then I can't... You know what I mean? Can I... Oh, come on, dude. This is not the time to be missing fucking supersonics. Because now we're in such a fucking problem here. Oh, my God. I gotta hope for a something here. I'm so screwed. Oh, come on. You gotta hit Supersonic, dude, once. Holy shit. Supersonic again. Just keep doing it. This is when you gotta be cheeky. This is when you gotta be annoying. Nice. Okay, switch to Winston. Shit. See, now I'm worried that he's gonna die if I don't heal him first. Nope, you gotta use the antidote now. He got paralyzed, really? Okay. Let's use Thunder Shock, because that... This is so bad, dude. I really hope this isn't the place I die. That would really suck. Okay. Doesn't he have a coughing too? Yes, use double... Okay, double team could be extremely effective. He does have a coughing, okay. A lot of Thunder Shock. That's horrible. Okay. Okay. So here's what we gotta do. We have an escape rope. We need to use it, and we need to move. Okay. Oh shit! You know what else I gotta do though? I can't revive Genji. Okay, I have enough steps. I gotta make sure that he's like dead for good, and I can't believe we fucking lost. That fight would have... You know, honestly, that fight wouldn't have been that much better if we had him, but... This is a cool song. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going back to the mart to get more antidotes. I know I don't really think we have anyone else to face, but I would feel so much more comfortable to have this stuff, okay? We have to sell the revive off because we can't use revive, so we have to sell the star piece. which gives us a lot more money now. I'm not buying 40 potions. I'm buying 10. I'm buying 10 antidotes because you never know, dude. Okay. And I think I have a decent amount of Pokeballs still left. Yeah, 9. I don't need to buy any more of those. Okay. We did the right thing, I think. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh my god, dude, it's a gap. Get through it. No. No. Okay. I think we did the right thing. Also, it makes this run way easier now that we can just kind of run through this without having to fight any trainers. At some point, when I feel like we have a decently easy foe to face, I will defeat him with Zubat to get him a level. Nah. I was thinking about it, but it's probably not a good idea. In fact, it might be a better idea if I had, like, not you, dude. I was gonna say, like, another Zubat, but I'm not gonna waste my time with it right now. I just want to get through this fucking zone, because I'm worried as all hell. Let's get Helix, just because of the memes. But like I said, we're not gonna use it. Like, Helix will be gone. Antidote. Of course, we pick up an antidote like a couple steps afterwards. Okay. We got through it. Normally this would be a time when I would like pick up one of these. It actually might not be a terrible idea. Teach it to Winston. Because Mega Kick is super powerful. It could be pretty deadly. I don't see the point in having Thunder Wave, really. But I'd like to keep it. I definitely need these two things around. So I think we have to get rid of Double Team. But Mega Kick could be pretty good. That's what, Roar? Yeah. I was going to say Whirlwind. It's the same thing. Okay. And now that's Route 4, which we're not going to catch anyone just yet right now. I just want to get here, use the center so that like it's locked in. We have to be careful not to trigger Gary, because if we trigger Gary, we're like we're done. We won't be able to defeat Gary. Sparrow is the Pokemon. Fucking unbelievable. I refuse. I'm not catching fucking Sparrow. Not doing it. Killed it. Alright, let me log that real quick. Ah, dicks. Okay. Cool. Alright, Sparrow's been logged. I gotta refresh the stream quickly. Cool. Okay, now we have Sparrow. Well, killed. It's a dead Sparrow. Healing up Zubat quickly. Okay. So now we have to think. All right. We have these two. What is our plan? We have to come up with a plan here. I think the best plan right now is we need to 100% we need to do this. We need to get both these guys to like level 16 or so. I'm gonna go real quick into. I'm on Bulbapedia right now. I'm going to look up Zubat and look up his movesets around this time, because I'm not real confident in them. So show me, by leveling up on Gen 3, what would he learn? He learns Bite at level 16, which is awesome. He also learns Wing Attack at level 21, which is actually a decently powerful flying type move. Other than that, he learns kind of jack shit. He levels up at what level? 22. 22. Okay. We definitely want him to be Golbat by the time we're facing Misty. I can tell you that for a fact. However, for Gary, I'd like him to just know Bite. As long as he can know Bite, because Gary has Abra, that would be good. Pikachu... Let me look at his moveset in this generation. Pikachu's moveset, he learns double... Alright, we already did that. Slam at 20. Now, Slam is an 80% power, but 75% accuracy. Well, we just taught him something that's 120 power and 75% accuracy. We're going to keep... We're not going to have him learn Slam. The next thing he learns at 26 is Thunderbolt, which we don't have to worry about because I'm not going to level him up to learn Thunderbolt right away. I don't think I will. I don't plan on it. Unless I'm feeling a little desperate, like if we don't have any other choice... we might have to do that. I don't know. But anyways. I don't know. I feel fairly confident right now in what we have. Oh, shit. Well, you have to throw all that out the window because this might be the end of it. Oh, crap. You might have to throw that out the window, dude. Shh, son of a bitch. This is why you gotta pay attention to what you're doing, dude. Please do not ever watch me play a Nuzlocke and like say that's what I want to do. It is the wrong thing to do. Look at this. Oh my god. Why is he doing so much damage? It's a Rattata. Use Mega Kick. See if we can get off Mega Kick. Boom. Fuck. See, I need Squirtle. I want to face Squirtle, but I'm so low. Okay, that's a good thing. That did nothing! Oh my god. I can't believe what's going on right now. Fucking shit. Well, unfortunately, that is another failed Nuzlocke on my part. Listen, that was entirely my fault, I think. I just kind of lost focus, I think, for sure. So, that is totally my fault. I got to do a few things here. Although the thing is, I don't really want to stop streaming. But I don't know if I have anything else. I don't know if I have anything else for you guys right now. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to stream, necessarily. I do have Diablo, which I've been wanting to stream. Hold on one sec. I used to have like a thing for Diablo, like a specific way of streaming it. I don't know if it's going to let me do it, though. It's also going to be super loud, so hold up a sec. Yeah, no. I don't remember what I have to... There's a specific thing I have to do to stream Diablo, if I remember correctly. I have to, like, put it in windowed mode. It's really weird. Anyways. Not really going to worry about that right now. But, I mean, I've been streaming for a little bit. I think I'm going to have to take my leave here, unfortunately. Thank you for those who came out. I really appreciate it. We're going to try this again. I'm not going to stop playing Pokemon games. We're definitely going to just keep at it and see what kind of luck we get later on. If you haven't already, please hit follow. I'd really appreciate it. Would really help me out quite a bit. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow with another gaming stream. I don't know if it's going to be Pokemon this time. It might be something a little bit different. But check it out if you want. And thanks a lot, guys. I'll leave you with something to listen to.